Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be doing things a little bit different. The reason why we're going to be doing things a little different is Instagram and the other platforms just don't allow me to express the actual ins and outs of real estate within a minute span. So hear me out. I want to talk about this listing that I just closed on and how I came about it, the challenges that I've experienced in contract, and even before getting this thing in contract. We're here on this beautiful, beautiful property on this amazing lot, as you can see here in Atwater, where you have Atwater High within almost walking distance on just under half an acre lot, and it closed at $375,000. So we're walking here and it was a cold day, and I remember I closed on a property not too far from here on Fruitland, and I was walking the neighborhood leaving my calendars, and I left calendars on every single doorstep. But on this one, I met the seller outside. So I leave the calendar here, and 2 months later, I get a phone call from someone that wants to sell on 1710 Fruitland Avenue, which happens to be where we're standing at right now. So what I tell agents that ask me all the time, how do you get business? Sometimes you just have to be at the right place at the right time. So let's take a tour really quick and check this place out. So you walk in, you got the vaulted ceilings that open up to your nice kitchen with granite countertops, some very, very interesting paint that I'm sure the new buyers will take care of. And then here in the backyard, this is where the magic happens. For $375,000, you bought a beautiful property on a growing community, and you have all of this space that makes you feel like you're living out in the country while still being super close to town. So this is the market that we're in, guys. This is the kind of properties that you can get for this price in today's market. And the little story behind these sellers were that they sold this property to purchase a home in Merced. That's where the challenge happened. Having to tie up this property and purchase another home in this crazy shifting market, now that puts me in a bind where I had to perform, and we did. I remember walking in to the listing appointment here, and these are the things that we can't explain in detail through our other social media platforms. So I met the sellers here at the table, and it was a family and the parents. And we went over the whole listing and everything. So as a professional, we're supposed to have this thing locked in. We're supposed to know exactly what we're doing. But there's always emotions that get in the way. These people had their home listed a year before I met them, and it didn't go the way that they planned. So there was that immediate tension, and I come in and I explain how I do things. So that's this thing that people just cannot explain. And sometimes people aren't so transparent. So on this page, we're gonna be talking about the real life stuff. The fact that it took over 2 months to get this thing in contract, but we ended up getting it sold, which is the ultimate goal in this game of real estate. So this street right here, this wasn't always like this. And aside from selling a home, I also noticed the things that happen with the infrastructure of a city. When you see roads being developed, when you see a new Starbucks coming to the city of Atwater, it shows you the growth of the city. So when you're buying a property, it's not just the house you're buying, it's the amenities, it's the future growth, it's schools, the community. So the next time you've considered buying a property or even selling a home, here are some things that you need to consider when hiring a buyer's agent and a listing agent. For the longest time growing in the business, you know, we did things to try to stand out because we're self-employed. We had no clients to begin with, and we had to prove ourselves. It's like we grew in stages. So year 5 now in the business, the reason why someone should hire me as a real estate professional that is helping them with a purchase or a sale, it's stuff like this. We're in my backyard right now, so I take pride in the ownership. And I paid so much attention to detail with the upgrades that we did. So when I walk into someone's home, it's not just a home that I'm selling. It's, to me, what I call a piece of art. It's art to them, and then there's a story behind it. So not only get someone that is great at negotiating, great as a person, but you want someone that's really, really passionate about helping you out and asks you the right questions. And sometimes, even now, we get so caught up in the mix of real estate that can go a little bit sideways. So I've learned how to catch myself whenever that does happen, because trying to juggle the life of a realtor and, you know, being a fiance now, it's not easy. So to those people that are still with me right now, it's so much appreciated, because I know how much work I put in to get here. And the reason why I'm doing all these videos now, it's just to show the people the growth that I've had, and to show them that it was for a reason that they chose me as a real estate professional. So the passion is the fuel that you need with any business. You know, put real estate aside, if you're not passionate about something, whether it's money you're driven for, that's going to burn out really quick. Or if you're doing things for someone else, which is called an extrinsic motivation, that's going to go and burn out really, really quick. So I found a space where I am passionate about what I do. I love the struggles and the successes in the business. So thank you guys so much for trusting me with your real estate needs.